All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on what part of the world you're from. Okay, so basically, this is going to be a new video of almost like an intro of the whole YouTube thing. I don't know how to edit, I don't know how to do anything. I didn't even know that iPhone, you couldn't flip the camera while recording. That's how much I know. All right, so suggested to me by my YouTube friends, which I don't have many, that I that I introduce my dogs. The people that do know me know I have dogs. So let's start that first before anything else. So, all right. So we'll start here. This here is Sadie. I found her back in August last summer of 2019 out in the street. As I was working, I immediately hit a U-turn. She started to try to get away from me, and she got stuck underneath a minivan in the rear axle, and I was able to slip the leash on her. Could not find their owners, so I've been fostering her. We're working with the rescue, trying to find her a home, and she's a good girl. Good girl. So that's Sadie. This is Chewy. And this is Chewy. This is his litter mate, Bruno. Say hi, Bruno. You look good in the camera, buddy. And this is Mackenzie. She's the mom or the dam, depending on how you would like to call it. And also, how can I forget the leader, fearless leader? Boop! Miss Kitty. Chewy, get out of the way. I don't always allow them on the couch like this, but since I'm doing this video, this is for that purpose. So Miss Kitty, I found about a year and a half ago, towards the end of the summer. What was it, Labor Day? End of Labor Day, something like that. A couple houses up from me in the alley. Oh, I know. I'm not a cat person, but she's definitely earned her keep here. She loves the dogs. Sadie's not too fond of her. She thinks it's a game, but it really aggravates the cat when she chases her. So basically, I fed her, I bottle fed her for the first week, and what I did was I didn't have no place to keep her, so I kept her in the bathtub on some towels. Don't worry, I cleaned the tub every time I took a shower. It was some work. But once in a while, I would go upstairs, and this one would be in there, kind of laying with her, taking care of her. But I also had to, not only with her, laying with her and taking care of her, and when I say taking care of her, she would lay with her and lick her and all that good stuff. Try to mommy her, I guess. She had conjunctivitis really bad, so I would wipe her eyes, and then I would wipe her eyes with a warm cloth, and then I found out that they could use the same medicine for their eyes as the dogs use for their eyes when they would catch pink eye or conjunctivitis, which Chewy had it. So that healed up quick, and long story short, if I was thinking about fostering her, maybe taking her, I was like, oh, I found her home. A lot of people wanted her, were interested in her, and I ended up keeping her because the dogs, they're basically, they enjoyed her a lot, and they got used to each other. So that's it. Also, I have just a few videos on my YouTube channel because originally you'll see a dog walking video. I was working with Bruno at the time, early last summer. And what happened was that was the first video when he had the muzzle one. That was supposed to go to the first trainer that I was working with. And I don't know, I'm not a tech guy, so she didn't even see that one. And then I started making a couple other videos. The other videos with him without the muzzle one was during his obedience training. So the one with the muzzle one, he was being conditioned with the e-collar, right? So e-collar, electrical collar. I know some people Oh, I'm so against it. Oh my God. Well, when the tool is used properly and the dog is conditioned properly, trained properly with the tool, you don't have any problems. You really don't. And I was against it first until I used it on Bruno, and Bruno was conditioned with it. And when I say conditioned, which means he's trained with it, right? If I sound kind of funny, I have my Invisalign in, so it's almost gives me like I have something in my mouth, but I do. So that sounded weird. so, so basically, yeah. So he got trained once. He was conditioned with that. Basically, that was just to get his attention, if you will, because he had some reaction issues, and then, you know, my second trainer was like, if they knew each other, so my second trainer was suggested by the first one that was his mentor. So long story short, after the beginnings class, he didn't need after like the first couple days, because it was 1 day a week, so like the second or third Sunday that I went, I didn't use the muzzle anymore. I didn't use the e-collar anymore. This guy has the e-collar on because he's deaf. And it's a good way to get his attention when he's not looking at me, so I can call him. I don't know where to look at on my phone. I think maybe this little guy here. I'm looking all over the place. So these videos will get a lot better once I get used to this thing, get used to videos. And what this channel is going to be about is basically, all right, so everybody has their niche, right? Everybody has, this is the car channel. This is how you fix your car. This is how you cook a recipe, right? So everybody has what to do on their channel. They have a certain area on their channel, right? Everybody has like a niche, or say. Mine's going to be different. Now, I'm sure there's other channels out there, like the one I'm getting ready to suggest or getting ready to tell you about. Mine's going to be different, and basically it's going to be about my niche, which is just being me, right? And it's going to be about whatever you want to talk about. From we got dogs behavior. I'm still learning, so I'm sure there's somebody out there who's got 30 some years experience. What are you doing? That's not what you do, right? So just give me a break. I want to be a dog trainer. I'm not calling myself a dog trainer. There's a difference. So, okay. It's going to be a little bit about everything, That's my niche. It's just being myself. That's my niche. You want to talk about dogs? Let's talk about dogs. You want to talk about relationships? We'll talk about relationships. Cars, whatever. Fights, I watch a lot of combat sports. I don't know. So basically, that's going to be it. It's just be whatever. And I think if there's somebody in the comments who wants to talk about a certain issue, if there's more than one person suggesting these issues, I will definitely talk about them. We can talk about relationships. That's a good one. I don't do politics too well. I mean, I have my own opinions about things and who's in office. We're talking about the U.S. here. Who's in office and all that stuff. But I'm like, I'm trying to get my house right and worry about my house. I'm not really worried about who's in the White House, right? But some people, it's just like, if your opinion is different than theirs, you're this, you're that, delete. Right? So we'll talk about, it'll be about everything. Don't matter what it is. One day, I just may create a video or some content, if you will. Listen to me using the word content. Oh, shit, I'm almost there. Just about, it'll be out of the blue, about a subject that no one's ever talked about on this channel, right? So it's basically that's what it's going to be about. My long-term goal is to basically, I will be in an RV. I want to live in an RV, and I'll explain that later. So I'm going to be busting my butt this summer and working, and I'm going to sell my furniture. I don't have much. I'm going to sell my stuff and and I'm taking the dogs and the cat with me. And of course, why wouldn't I? Right? They're mine. They're family. Now Sadie, I've been trying to find a home. So if I don't find a home, I'll still continue. I'll take her with me and still continue to find her a home, but I'll end up taking her with me. So that's just who I am. I feel like since I held on to her, her life is my responsibility. So, along with everybody else's, right? My boy. It's funny because you see his face. See how it's white, and then like if you look close, Bruno, hold still. His nose, it's all black, but then like right in the front, it's got like a light color to it. I think right after all the training and stuff we've done, he started. I think that's all from like stress. Like I want to get some like just for dogs, just for men, and just brush it in for him. Right. So, chew man. So that's basically what this is going to be about. I mean, that's pretty short and sweet. As you can see, I'm not sure where to look at on the camera. I'm all over the place, and don't judge me on my first video. All I ask is this channel is about respect, There's not going to be any hateful comments, any racial comments. I do date outside my race, so that is a problem to some people. In this day and age, it's still a problem. It's sad. It's not that I have a problem with women of white women or anything like that. I'm attracted to all women. I just I prefer black women. or women of color. So it doesn't matter, but I'm not married and I don't have any kids. These are it right here. So that's about it. That's it in a nutshell. I got this lumberjack thing going on here. So, it's been a long day, as you can tell my eyes. So that's it. Basically, that's it in a nutshell. It's going to be a little bit of everything. Whatever you're going to talk about. I might talk about football team or UFC guy. So it doesn't matter. It'll be about little everything. I document everything. Somewhere along this journey, I will learn how to edit. Right now, I'm holding my phone with one of those little tripod things. So, excuse me. I will learn how to edit and put music with it and add video, add music. And there's one guy on YouTube. What's his name? Oh, Lord Jesus. He's a van lifer. He's a van life guy. He lives in a van. Cool guy. What's his name? Anyway, I'll get back to that later. But he does some really good editing with his videos. And I'm like, wow, man, that's kind of cool. And I wish I could think of his name, because if I give the wrong name, then people are going to be looking up the wrong person. So that's it. So have a good evening. Have a great day. Good morning. And again, we have Mackenzie. When I first got her, she'll be 7. She'll be 7, right? 7, 13, 14, 15, 16. Yeah, I think she'll be 7 in April. So when I first got her, I was in a relationship with somebody back in 2013, and when we got her, the previous owner, mother and his son, it was sad because the kid was crying. But she was only a few months old, and her name was McKenna. And I think I can't remember what country it is, it means fire princess or something. But at that age, she still has that spunk. But I named her Mackenzie, so that's her name. Right. So remember, there's Bruno. They're all, so 7, 3. There's Chew Man. Chew Man. Look, his eyes getting all big. He's like, I don't know what that is, but get it away from me. Remember, I didn't tell you he's deaf. Did I tell you he was deaf? Right? There we go. Sadie girl. Sadie, you're in the way, dude. You're in the way. You're in the way. So, that's it. You guys have a great evening. Peace.